Hi, we want to talk to you today about some topics that we feel no one is talking about, and protections and other things for musicians. And I'd like to introduce you to my partner, Tony Award-winning actor and musician, Mr. Kent Klineman.
And I'd like to introduce you to my partner, my trusted partner, which we're going to talk about as being a very important component of succeeding in the new music industry, Joan Hammel. Joan is a multi-talented singer-songwriter, a la Carole King, living in Chicago, and has a lengthy music career in Chi-Town, singing in all kinds of venues and sort of blues-based and pop stuff, her own original music, and she's a fixture in Chicago.
Thanks, Ken. So we want to talk on this panel about things that we find no one else talking about, and that is topics that musicians faced over the course of particularly the last couple of years, in which we can really get effed, right, Ken?
Right, and the main thing is that we want to talk about several things, but the record industry, the whole paradigm has completely shifted. It's not what it was 40 years ago, 30 years, 20, 10. It's not what it was it's not what it was 2 years ago, pre-COVID. So that means we got to get informed, and we got to do stuff to keep ourselves, keep our financial interests in the forefront, along with our creative interests and our things like copyright, etc. Right, Joan?
Right. There are a number of protections that we want to cover, and some of those include what he talked about, copyrights, but also contracts. In depth, we'd like to go over what contracts can and can't do for you, your PROs, trusted organizations that can help protect you and keep track of your monies for you.
So, even just something simple like streaming, which has been called like the savior of the music business, like we've done, and it keeps going back and forth, and it keeps getting changed, but the amount that you get per stream is so minuscule that we have to look for other revenue streams. Like Joan and I have been working on sync licensing, and that's a legitimate revenue stream, but just have identified that the sort of streaming paradigm, unless you're, Rihanna, you're not going to get enough streams to really make any dough. I mean, there's, I'm sure there's several hundred people who are, but we're talking about working class musicians, people that are trying to get over the hump and make a living, and it's not going to happen through streaming. We've got to find other revenue streams.
And we also want to talk about how to navigate relationships in the business, how to really vet people who can be helpful to you and other people who may just be reaching into your pocket for some cash.
And the most important component that we've discovered, the single most important thing that we can offer you as a musician listening to us and potentially attending this panel, is find a trusted partner, find another musician who's trying to do what you're doing, and get together with them and work together. Joan and I have been doing, it's probably close to a year and a half now that we've been doing our sync licensing thing together. We read each other's anything is offered to one or the other. We read carefully the contracts together. She reads stuff that maybe I've been offered, or if we've both been offered something. It's critical to have another person to run things by and to keep things safe and accountable.
So we hope that you'll select our panel, and because we'd love to share with you the many experiences that we've had so that you can have an easier road than we did.
Thanks for listening. We'll hope to see you at South by Southwest.